So the most popular ramen right now is Buldak ramen. It's supposed to be extra super duper spicy. So spicy, apparently, the people are just like begging that you only use 1 drop, otherwise you're gonna regret it. And of course, when people tell me not to do something with food, of course, I'm super duper curious about it. So as a guy who has a YouTube channel who typically likes to explore food that most people have an aversion to, I've got to try out Buldak ramen, or at least as many flavors as I can. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use this video to go ahead and try as many Buldak ramen flavors as I can. At first, I was going to be like, I'm going to try every single Buldak ramen, no matter what it takes and all that. But then it occurred to me, some of these flavors might be discontinued, haven't been made since like 2015 or something, like 10 years ago. Because Buldak ramen's been around since 2012, so it's very possible I'm going to find some flavors that they just haven't made in several years that are no longer on the market, and that like you go on eBay and you might find it and it's like $200. So I'm going to try my best to find every single Buldak ramen flavor I can, and I'll try them all, any of the reasonable ones. If I have to like ship from another country, that's fine. If I have to pay 20 bucks for 1 packet of ramen, fine, that's reasonable. But I'm not going to spend like $150, $200 bucks on a single packet of ramen. I don't make that kind of money. It's not going to happen. One thing I guess I'll be saying about this challenge for me is that I'm going to be using the entire packet of the sauce. I'm not going to just Weenie Hut Jr. it and eat only 1 drop per bowl of ramen. So there's that. And I'm going to go ahead and try as many ramens as I can throughout my time until I've tried all the ones that I reasonably can. So it's going to take a little bit. So this video is going to span along some weeks maybe. I don't know when I'm going to be done with this. Anyway, let's get started.
Heaven or hell.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with 3 different ramens. I got cup ones. I got the original Buldak, of course, you know, one of the first you got to get. I got the spicy carbonara one and the cheese one. The cheese one I'm kind of excited about because I'm sitting there thinking like, did they just throw cheese on top of it, which I've seen before in ramen, or is it like a cheese flavored broth? So that one sounds super good. I gotta get that boiling water.
Fill them up to the line, let them sit for 4 minutes.
Kind of wish you would let me microwave it, but what are you gonna do? Okay, ramens are all done. You went ahead and drained the water after that. Then you just mixed in the flavor seasoning. And yes, I used the entire hot sauce packet in each one of these. Like I said I was gonna do. I feel like I'm gonna highly regret that, but we'll see. Start with the original. You have to start with the original. Yeah, it's got heat. Jesus. Whew. Jeez. Looking weak here. I don't know. Is there anybody out there who actually just goes out and just like has an entire like sauce packet in these and just eats these for like fun or for like lunch or something? Is your spice tolerance just that high where you need something like this? Yeah, it's got some heat. And some water. 1 second. Yeah. It's not bad though. The flavor's good. It's nice and savory to go with the heat. Even just like the original one that's like just not a special flavor. I kind of dig it. Isn't the ramen I thought it was going to be? Like, I thought this was going to be like a soupy, like broth type deal like I'm used to with ramen. No. It's just you drain the water and it's just like saucy noodles. They're good. I like them. I prefer it this way, I guess, as opposed to like if this had come with broth. But you know, this one's not too bad. I can kind of handle this one. Would I want more than one of these in one go? No. But for original, I guess I can give this just a flat out 7 out of 10. It's pretty okay. I've got the carbonara. They got some like different looking noodles, kind of like some flatter, whiter type deal than the typical like ramen noodles you'll see in the other one. Nice and creamy. It's like spicy creamy. Like you can tell there's some type of like milk or something in there. Whatever I guess you would make a carbonara with. I've been a second since I made carbonara. I don't know. But it's good. I like the noodles. The noodles are chewier. I'd say I probably prefer this one than the original, over the original. A little more. I give this one an 8. 8 out of 10. It's good. Hot. Also hot. Jeez. All right. Lastly, the ones I feel like I'm going to like the most, the cheese. It didn't, like I said, it didn't come with cheese on top or anything. It was just a cheese packet, which I kind of expected. But I kind of was hoping they would go and like, come on, let it go. I don't want this whole big ass bite. Maybe I should. What was I saying? I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe it's because I was distracted by the spice, but the cheese on this one's lighter than I want it to be. It's called cheese. But like, I don't know, I guess I wanted it to be creamy or something. Since it's cheese, it just isn't. It's fine, but it's absolutely my least favorite of the 3 so far. It's not bad though, but I guess I'll give that like a 6 out of 10, I guess, because I'm like disappointed. It's fine, but like I wouldn't go out of my way to get the cheese one. I know they got a quattro cheese, so maybe I'll like that one more. Jesus, I can already feel that my lips are gonna chap. Oh, I just want to say, don't let that little sauce packet drip onto your counter. I have a marble counter, and had I left it there a little bit longer, it would have stained that marble. Okay, that stuff is radioactive. I feel them being redder. It tingles.
Went back to Kroger for a second time, where I found habanero lime and ×2 spicy.
Okay, so apparently this habanero lime one you can microwave, but this ×2 spicy one you can't. It says it on the box somewhere. They're the same package. Why not?
Boil up some more water, and we just let it sit for 4 minutes.
I was going to microwave the habanero lime one, like I said, but I misread the instructions, so I'm doing the boiling option. Whoops.
And again, I'm going to use the entire packet of sauce in these.
Look, I'm just going to use, just know for the future, I'm going to use the entire packet of sauce in all of these ramen, so I'm going to stop saying that on camera. Okay?
Also, does anyone think this mascot looks like that kid from Dan to Dan? Just a little bit.
All right, they're all done. I'll start with the habanero lime one. And you can really smell that lime in this one. First off, I will say they already have the noodle texture that I prefer from the last tasting I did. The ones in the carbonara. So let's see if it was just the flavor that I had in the carbonara or the noodle that I appreciated more. Yeah, definitely this type of noodle I prefer. Just like the flatter type noodle. It's chewier. It's a better mouthfeel, in my opinion. Ooh. Yep, spicy, of course. It's what this is known for. Probably don't have to say that every time. But the lime's good. I could go for a little more lime, you know? That's just me, though. I'm a big lime guy. So, like, if I'm having this casually, I would add, like, a few splurts of lime to it, just to enhance the flavor, because that's just what I'm into. Right? Not bad. I don't hate this one. Give me an 8 out of 10. Really good. I'm going to do the ×2 spicy. See, these have the noodles that I care for less. It's just that they're a firmer noodle, you know? Is it double the heat? Maybe. It's definitely not less spicy than the original, but yeah, it's a little more heat. Oh, need some water. I prepared no water for this. Hold on. Yeah, too much for a half white boy like me. No thank you on the 2 times spicy. Not that they taste bad, just the heat is a bit much for me to enjoy casually. It's not for me. Give it a 5 out of 10, personally. It's just not for me. It's more heat than flavor, and that's something I do hate when it comes to spicy food. It's just heat. But this is what it promises, so I can't say that they like messed up or anything. Just not my cup of tea. Also, I found this Buldak Rosé Ramen. It was in a 5-pack I didn't want, but I was at an Asian grocery store, and I saw it there, only in the 5-pack, and FOMO hit me, okay? I didn't want to miss my chance to get this. I didn't see it anywhere else. Rosé ramen's all done. I didn't feel like getting another bowl for this, so I'm just going to eat it out of the pan I cooked in it. See, this one was a little different. This one wanted you to save like a half cup of water. The others told you to pour out all that water, which I kind of like what it does with it. I don't know if I prefer it soupy or I just prefer it saucy, you know, and like dry and saucy. Those two words kind of contradict each other. You know what I mean? See, the rosé one, anytime I've had rosé, I don't know if they call it that way just because it's pink or if it's because it has like a tomato cheese flavor with a little bit of sugar. That's been my experience with rosé flavored foods. Ugh. It is spicy, and I don't know if it's just because I just got done eating the ×2 spicy one, but the heat was really packing for me in this one. My lips are still singeing a bit. But it is good, though. It's creamy. Like, I think that little bit of water adds something good to it in a way that I prefer, which I would say is probably better. I don't know if it works with every ramen, but something like this, it's good. It also has a different type of noodle than I've seen in any of these so far. Like, it's not even that carbonara flat noodle, and it's not the regular noodle. This is probably my favorite style of noodle. Just barely, you know? Or maybe I'm only saying that because of the soup. Whatever, I don't know. We'll figure that out. But it is good. I'm getting like a slight sweetness out of it. The broth itself is pink. If you can't tell in the screen, I don't want to spill that. And it came with a lot of that powder. Like, I was impressed by how much powder that came with. You know, I think it really did something. It almost made it cheesy. But I don't know if there's actual cheese in this. Maybe there's cheese in the powder. But I'd say this is probably my favorite one so far. I gave this a 9 out of 10. Delicious. Whew. See, this is why I'm not doing them all back to back in just like one day, okay? My lips will be annihilated at the end of it. There's no shot. I wouldn't even taste the food anymore because of the heat. Just, I'm not tough enough for it. I'll admit that. Decided to have this rosé one for lunch. Just add a little chicken to it. May have been a mistake, but I'll power through it.
Then I went down to the H-E-B where they had quattro cheese, sweet and spicy Korean chicken, cream carbonara, and rosé. You tell me I didn't have to buy that okay. Look, FOMO got me again, all right? We're going to learn. We're going to learn going forward, okay?
All right, so we know how these are all cooked by now, so I'm just going to do y'all a favor and skip that part altogether.
I do just want to ask real quick, though, what is the point of some of these being microwavable and others I can't put on the microwave? Can you just be consistent all the way through, Buldak, please?
And I'll start out with the quattro cheese one. This one I'm looking forward to the most in this set, because one of the main reviews that I saw several times with this was something along the lines of, "It's too cheesy." Oh, I'm sorry. Waiter, send it back. It's too creamy and delicious. Whiners. But yeah, let me see how cheesy this is. The noodles are a little bit different. They're not quite as like wide as the carbonara ones, but they are wider than the regular ramen noodle ones, like from the original. So let's see. Now, not surprisingly, but I feared they wouldn't be, they're definitely cheesier than the regular cheese ones. The regular cheese ones were disappointing. I wouldn't even guess those are cheese flavored noodles. These aren't bad, kind of creamy. Personally, I think I wanted a little more powder, but I'm fine with what I got, I guess. But yeah, these aren't too bad. I could get these on the regular. I don't like them as much, not as much. The rosé was still better though. 8 out of 10. They're good. Sweet and spicy Korean chicken. Now, I'm starting to wonder if maybe the sauce, the spicy sauce packets are different in some of these, because this one was a little bit different, I think. The color was slightly off from what I saw from the others. And besides, the only flavoring that this thing came with was like seeds. I don't think that would give it the sweet and spicy chicken like flavor. So let's see. I guess that's the case, yeah. This sauce packet actually had the flavor in it, surprisingly. Normally they separate those two, but they didn't do it for this one. But this is also a newer one that I saw. Like, the thing about doing these videos where I try a line of foods is that sometimes they'll go ahead and release new flavors in the middle of me like doing this video. And this was one of the 5 flavors that came out in the middle of it. So yeah, maybe they did something a little different with this new line of stuff. Yeah, this one's pretty okay. I wouldn't like go out of my way to like get this one, but it's not bad. 7 out of 10. Then we got the cream carbonara. It's just kind of like, it's a creamier carbonara. Carbonara was always creamy, but this is a little creamier. This is kind of just looks like a midway point between the regular carbonara and the rosé. Like the rosé one was super creamy. This one looks like it's not quite as creamy, but it is creamier than the carbonara, unsurprisingly given the name. So let's see. First off, I'll say, this one's not as spicy. I used the whole packet of sauce, but it wasn't as spicy. So if you want a more mild Buldak, maybe go for this one. This one ain't too bad on the taste buds. One thing I'll say about this one, they asked me to leave like a little bit of water in there, kind of like how they did with the rosé one. And those have been my favorite so far. So maybe I'm just gonna, once maybe I'm done trying all these flavors after I'm done with the video, I'll probably have my Buldak ramen with water in them. You know, maybe they'll make it better. Like, I kind of wish I'd left water in the quattro cheese one. I feel like that really would have enhanced that one. Nah, cream carbonara ain't bad. At 8 out of 10. I almost want to give it a 9, but nah, not quite. I'll stick with an 8 for this one.
Oh, did you know apparently there's this girl on TikTok who's suing Buldak Ramen because the spiciness of it gave her stomach ulcers? She says she eats it 2-3 times a week and adds her own extra spicy chili oil to it.
Extra chili oil.
And on top of it, you think she would just stop eating the spicy ramen after that? She keeps eating it. She just keeps eating the spicy Buldak ramen. But, you know, there's a part of me that's just like, I don't know. Maybe this is like fake. Maybe this is just rage bait put on here because she was just like, I just want to get views on TikTok. So I'm not going to take this too seriously. But if you see that Buldak Ramen has been banned here pretty soon in the future, that's most likely why. Who knows? Maybe at the end of this, I'll just be like, I should have listened to her. How could I have been such a fool? Nah. Yeah, of course, please don't go around harassing anybody. I'm just trying to eat some ramen. I just wanted to fill you in a relevant story regarding it. Then I moseyed on over to Target, where I guess I'm going to go ahead and pick up a 5-pack of that yakisoba Buldak flavor. Oh, they got the taco flavor too. Almost missed that one. Alrighty, let me just... And there we go, here it is.
So let me get to that taco one first. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, these two smell good, so I'm looking forward to these. I'll be honest, the chewiness of the noodles are the best part of this. Flavor-wise, I'm not getting as much as I hoped I would. Like, I thought, I don't know what I expected, but it's like I'm mainly just tasting the hot sauce, the sauce packet. I'm not really getting any of the powder, because I don't know. I don't feel like there was enough powder personally when I was making it compared to some of these others. I don't really feel like it came through. This is also a newer flavor, so maybe they're just kind of like, we're trying something. Didn't work out, in my opinion. It's not bad, but it almost just feels like I'm just eating a regular ramen, like the original Buldak. Mostly. It's okay. I definitely don't hate this. Not too bad. 7 out of 10. Can't really complain. I'd eat it again. We got yakisoba, the brown one. See, the noodles are thinner. Almost kind of like an angel hair on these. I kind of like the smell with it. It's almost like barbecue-ish, but I've never actually had like yakisoba itself, just regular yakisoba, so I don't know if this will taste just like that or what. Okay, so the angel hair noodle texture on these, phenomenal. Really good. In my opinion, they're not as spicy, but you know. This one's a little more refreshing. The noodles are better, not as spicy. There's more of a flavor coming out through. Soy sauce, I suppose. Like kind of like a slightly sweet soy sauce type deal. Not bad. This one, I like this one more than the taco. I'd give it like a good old 8 out of 10. I like it, but it's not phenomenal. And ever since I started eating these, I've never been more hydrated, so that's a plus. All right, so from this point on, I'm just going to be ordering all the rest of the flavors online because I've checked out all the stores that I can and gotten all the ones that I can find just like physically in store in front of me. And yes, before you say anything, I have checked out all these different stores. I even checked out a couple of Asian markets, and I've gotten everything that I can in the physical store. Trust me, I've looked at many places. So all I can do now is just go online and find what I can find. Thought I'd go ahead and film outside for this one today because I wanted to kind of change up the scenery, give a little variety for you guys. Also, there's people in the living room right now where my normal setup is, and I have stage fright, so there's that. Already got a couple new flavors in the mail, so we're gonna open some packages and find out which ones. First off, we got Buldak curry. People were rapping and raving about this one, so I'm expecting this one to be very, very good. Also, we're gonna check out Buldak Rosé, my favorite flavor so far actually, but with the glass noodle form this time. I couldn't find any form of glass noodle anywhere. There's like 3 different flavors, but this is the only one I could find anywhere that wasn't like $80 for a thing of it. Crazy.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore the expiration date on here. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, first we're gonna start up with the boiling. Yeah, let's just skip that part. And there we go.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna start out with these glass Buldak Rosé noodles because these look the best so far. Like, holy cow, look at that. Saucy as all hell. Very nice looking. I'm also a big fan of glass noodles, so that helps to it. Also, these guys gave me 2 powder flavoring packets. That was so cool of y'all. You should do that with every single flavor of ramen you have, all right? Why are you skimping out? So, dude. Whew. All right. So the flavor of like the rosé sauce that I love so much is my favorite so far, combined with the chewiness of these like delicious glass noodles that I like a lot. Whew. It's like perfect. Would definitely recommend this to anybody who can handle spice. It's got some spiciness to it, but it's worth it. with everything else involved, a 9. I want to give it a 10. Trust me, I really do. Like this would be a 9 out of 10. All right. Like, trust me, I really want to give it a 10 out of 10 rating. But like 10 out of 10 rating would be 0 complaints. And for me, it's just like the spiciness. I feel like it's a little too hot for me, okay? But maybe I'm just a wimpy little baby boy, whatever, okay? That's my cross, that's my problem to bear. But yeah, other than that, I would absolutely get this often. Like if this was at the store, I'd probably get this like maybe once a week, you know? Because these are delicious. But the spiciness kind of turns me off from it, you know? I wish they had like a non-spicy version. And I guess they do. You could just not add the sauce. Maybe I'll try it that way someday. I don't know. Yeah, it's like sweet, savory, creamy, tomatoey, cheesy, delicious. Bro, get these. Do you see them? You gotta get as many as you can. All right, let's try this critically acclaimed curry one. The noodles are pretty standard. It's your standard noodle you'd see on any of these Buldaks. But this is the one that had you add the most water so far. Well, other than the flat noodles, never mind. The flat noodles didn't even have me drain water, which was surprising. For these, it had me kept like 8 tablespoons of water, which is, you know, the one below it is like 2 tablespoons. So this one's pretty saucy. Whew. Okay, I get the hype. These are pretty good. Spicy, but they are pretty good. I enjoy that these are very saucy. Some of the other ones have just kind of felt dry. And I'm not, maybe that's for you, but it's not for me, you know? Or like a saucy noodle, if it's not going to be brothy. I'll blow my nose in a minute, jeez. But yeah, it's been a minute since I've had just like an authentic curry. I'm sorry, I don't have much to compare it to here. But it's pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of sauce, good noodles, good flavor, good amount of heat. But not too much in my opinion. There's another one you definitely got to pick up. I would definitely recommend picking this up if you see it, because they're rare, apparently. I haven't seen these anywhere. The only one I found, like I showed you in the picture, was expired. Luckily, they're still good. Also give this a 9 out of 10, you know? The only thing holding it back for me personally, weird complaint, is that it's not on the glass noodles. The glass noodles are like my favorite so far.
Got my dog on the balcony with me. Say hello, Cody. Cody!
I got a new package in, and if it's the one I think it is, it's definitely enough for one round. So let's double check this. Aha. Alrighty, so we got the Tom Yum Buldak. Got the Kimchi Buldak. And the Stew type Buldak. And only one of these is expired. How fun. This one's the Tom Yum one. I'm not dirtying up another dish. I dirtied up enough cooking these things, so this is what I'm eating it out of. Tom Yum is kind of like a, was it spicy and sour type Thai soup? So I'm smelling that sour there. Some lime. I saw some like shrimp on the picture, so if you're allergic to shrimp, maybe look into this one, or shellfish before you eat it. Might not be good for you. It's good. Not as much of that lime flavor as I'd like personally. The heat overtakes that. Like, I want to taste more of this lime. So if I was getting this again, I'd like get a thing of lime juice and just kind of squirt it or spray it over. That'd be my step for this. I'd probably add some actual shrimp or something also to it, or crawfish, whatever was on the packet. I couldn't 100% tell. Wait, that's stupid. Shrimp and crawfish look nothing like each other. I'm not dumb. I know the difference. But yeah, this was one of the ones where it didn't tell me to get rid of any of the water. Normally, any of these Buldak ramens will say, hey, get rid of all that water, or get rid of all the, like, 2 teaspoons or something. But no, this is just like kind of like a soupy ramen, but not too soupy. It's not like overflowing with broth like you'll see like in a ramen shop or something. But it's got those, I think it was the carbonara style noodles. Yeah, it's pretty good. I do like the Tom Yum. I would pick this up again. It's up there. It's definitely up there. Give this like an 8 out of 10. Pretty good. Very nice. The sourness really hypes it up. It's good. It's got a good like sour lime flavor. I enjoy it. This here's the kimchi one. The flakes in it were just like little dried pieces of kimchi. So good. This one didn't have as much water as the other one, but it did have you save a little bit of water. Kind of has your standard noodle in it, something I ain't seen before. This one didn't give me a powder packet. I don't like when they do that, to be honest. I kind of feel like it's like whenever you order extra chicken in something at a restaurant or whatever, and they just give it to you to go, and you're just sitting there wondering, did you really add extra chicken? I don't know. I don't trust it. I prefer it on the side. That's why I prefer to have that powder packet. Because for these, it's like, oh, they added the flavor with the sauce. It's like, I don't know if I trust that. But we'll see. Maybe they'll surprise me. I don't know. I'm mainly just getting heat. I guess a little bit of that kimchi flavor is peeping out there, but not enough to where I trust that enough of it was added into that sauce packet. It's just a me thing. It's my conspiracy theory on what they do down there. I don't know. I'm not making any claims. That's the next alarm. Yeah. It's okay, but it's nothing I'd try to pick up again. This was the one expired one, by the way. So I don't know if that has any weight on what it was, because curry, when it happened with the curry when it was expired, it didn't, but it's all right. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10, almost a 7, but not quite. 6 out of 10. And we got stew type. Just finished that one. Got it fresh off the burner. But yeah, the packet seasoning for this one looked pretty good. It had all kinds of neat looking stuff in it. It looked tasty. Yeah, let's try this one. Hopefully it's not too hot to eat. It is. Hold on. Let that sit for a second. Yeah, that's enough time. I like this one. This one's nice and saucy. You know, got a little good thick sauce on it. Not sure what's going on with the flakes. Little bits of like chives and green onions and like little jalapenos now that on there, I guess. Little like red jalapenos, peppers or something. The flavor's nice and savory. Pops out a lot more than the kimchi one did. It's not just heat. It's also a nice flavor. Yeah, it's good. I give this one like a 7 out of 10. It's okay. I don't know what all that is on top of the stew type ramen, but I guess that explains why the powder had a bunch of stuff in it, you know? A good variety. It's like a hot pot, I guess. Okay, so this time around, I got a couple more to look at. I think it's just 2 ramens I'm looking at today. Let me make sure. Okay, first off, we got tomato pasta, $2.79. I pay more than that. A little ripped off, but okay. Oh yeah, this is one of the new weird ones. Sweet. It's got little sprinkles on top, and it looks like maybe like glaze, icing, sugar stuff. I don't know. That's odd. Some test market was like, you know what? We like this, so maybe it ain't too bad. Whoops, this one's expired. Well, never let that stop me before. That there's these little holes you can punch in the side for when you drain water. So I hadn't been doing that this whole time like an idiot and just burning my hands, so. Better late to learn that than never, I guess. Hello?
Hello there, Jameson. We have the ramen cooking footage. Nah, we've stolen it.
Okay, so first off, I want to say about this sweet ramen here. This is the picture that is presented on the bowl. Okay? I wasn't expecting exactly this, but what I got, just a regular bowl of Buldak ramen. At least that's how it looks, okay? However, you know, I don't want to be too judgmental though. Maybe the taste is different, okay? I at least thought I was going to get some kind of sprinkle topping, some flake, but no. No white sauce was one thing, but the sprinkles, darn disappointment. Maybe the taste is, maybe it's deceiving. Maybe it tastes like sweet. Well, do you want a non-spicy Buldak? Do you want the most Weenie Hut Jr. level of spice in your Buldak spicy ramen? Well, I've got just a product for you. It's the sweet Buldak. That's what this is, okay? It's not even so much sweet, okay? It's just not spicy. Not gonna lie, I feel scammed. I feel a bit lied to. I wasn't expecting it entirely to look like the picture, because most of these don't, okay? But I at least thought there would be some flake involved. I thought the sauce would be infused with a good amount of sugar or a different color or something, but no, it's just a not spicy Buldak. That's the only thing I can say as a recommendation for the sweet Buldak. I haven't seen this in stores. I had to buy this directly off I had to buy this off a website, some third-party website. And is it worth it? Nah, not in my opinion. Unless you just really want like a not spicy Buldak. But on the other hand, you could just not add the sauce to any Buldak ramen and then it won't be spicy. I don't feel like you needed to buy this. I'd skip it personally. This one's gotta be my least favorite just based off of how much time I feel this thing wasted me. What's that lollipop dipped in hochi? Lies. But yeah, it's not worth it. Just a not spicy Buldak. That's it. That's all. Gotta give this like a 3 out of 10. Just a waste of time. Okay, now the tomato pasta one. First off, this one's nice and rich. I kind of dig it. My one thing is that I thought it would come with like sun-dried tomato flakes. It did not. It came with like a powder, and it came with the traditional sauce packet. I don't know. I feel like it just needed that flake, but well, let's see what that flavor is. It's kind of got like a rich tomato flavor. I get that. It's got that spice to it, but not too heavy. It's kind of light on the spice, but it's heavier spice than the sweet one that I just ate. It's all right. I could recommend this to, it's nice and rich. It's got a good flavor. So, the noodles are pretty good, although I haven't hated any of the noodle shapes and varieties so far. But yeah, rich, tomatoey. No real complaints here other than, I wish it came with like some sun-dried tomato flakes. That's about it. That would have been nice to add to this. Ooh, 8 out of 10. I do like it. It definitely wouldn't be even my first 5 top picks for this, but like I would pick it up. I'd eat it if someone put it in front of me. I'd be like, ooh, tomato pasta. But also weird. Somebody told me this tastes like SpaghettiOs. I don't see it. Maybe they just didn't add the spicy sauce packet. Maybe that's what it tastes like with just the powder, but I'm not seeing the SpaghettiOs-ishness of it. At least I can say that I appreciate that this round has been light on the spice, so it's been a nice break from that.
All right, we're doing overtime, and I got 4 of these today, so start opening these guys up. First one we got is corn. Kind of like elote, like Mexican corn. They got a little sombreros on the guys right there. Yeah, I had to buy a 5-pack of this guy. I couldn't find this anywhere. I swear, this thing was everywhere when I initially was buying the other flavors. I was like, I'll save this guy for later. And then he was nowhere. Everyone was refunding me this guy no matter where I went to. But I just randomly found it on a Walmart site. And it turns out you can just randomly like sell your stuff on Walmart.com like you would like eBay or Craigslist or something. Because I got this just from not even Walmart, but just some guy who sent it to me in like a box that's definitely not from Walmart. Like this is a reused box. Whatever. Then we got something that was pounded to smithereens. Check this out. Yeah, they beat the shit out of this thing. But yeah, we got jajang, or however you say that. Put it on the screen, please.
Jajang.
So a black bean one. And next up, what were you again? All these gosh darn peanuts in here. Spilled all out over my floor. Got mala. I almost didn't think I was going to find this one. Then I randomly found it just like on a site when I had almost given up on searching for these things. But yeah, mala. And lastly, I already know what this is. I don't have to play guesswork with this one. It's also the jajang, but like from Korea. It seems like it's the same thing. It's just like the other regular jajang, but there's different packaging. And on top of it, they're both like on the same site under different listings. So I can't help but wonder if this is actually different. I kind of want to find out. Get these suckers cooked up. First up, I eat the corn one right here. Oh yeah, I had to change my shirt. I was worried this little fuzzy bit hitting my neck was gonna like damage the audio. I'm being paranoid. You like my shirt? My Kung Fu Grill Dad rooster shirt. Wait, is this AI? Did my friends buy me AI? Hope the fuck not. Alright, it's still steaming hot, so I know I should chill out. I want to burn my mouth again. I always do that. First, I will say, my house smells like damn Captain Crunch cereal right now. Like, there's a sweetness in this, like, corn elote type, like, Buldak ramen. I don't know if I care for that scent. It's not what I want to smell when I'm having ramen. very saucy. This is one of the ones where it told you to like leave behind some water and add to it. Most of the basic ones don't do that, so they wanted to keep it kind of saucy, like I think like the rose ramen. So it's very moist, very mushy. I don't know. It's got a little bit of a sweetness to it. It did taste like corn. I don't know. I kind of want it to be more savory. It's like sweet corn, just about. Like I want more salt. It's okay. It's just not ideal. You know, it's disappointing. I wanted this elote Buldak ramen to be more than what it was, you know?
Editor's note. So yeah, I was over there basically calling that flavor elote when it did not brand itself as elote. It was just corn. So I'm over here surprised that the corn flavored ramen tastes like a corn flavored ramen and not elote, you know, even though it wasn't branded that way. So I'm sorry, you know, I'm learning. I don't claim to be an expert on anything I eat here. This is my first time having any of these, so just keep that in mind when you watch my videos. I am no expert. I'm learning the same as y'all. Some of y'all probably. You're watching videos made from a stupid man.
I'd give this like a 6 out of 10. It's not bad, not great, kind of a bleh. I wouldn't personally recommend like going out of your way to try to find this, but if you see it in the store, go for it. Give it a shot. It's nice and saucy, nice and creamy, you know? But also I kind of feel like you can do that with all the ramens. Just leave behind like 4 tablespoons of water, you know, instead of throwing it out like it normally says to do. And you can do the same thing. Next up we got mala. What is mala? I'm gonna look that up because I didn't know, honestly. A Sichuan dish featuring a signature numbing and spicy sauce made with Sichuan peppercorns and dried chilies. Is also refers to a strand of beads used for meditation. That we're not talking about the beads. The beads are not relevant here. But yeah, numbing sauce with chilies and peppercorns. Cool. I think, what was it, like they had these little dried flakes too? It looked like they were like mushrooms or something. Maybe little pieces of meat. I might be wrong. That's what that looked like though. This is another one that was hard to find. Like I just so happened to find like an exotic like specialty snack store that just had this on like for sale. I wouldn't be shocked if it was gone now. So yeah, they got their standard shape when it comes to the noodles. It's not like the rosé or the carbonara ones. It's like the original. Yeah, they're a little bit hotter than the others in my opinion. Also, this wanted you to keep the most amount of water than I've ever had to do with any of the other noodles. It was like 8 tablespoons. Typically it's like 4 or something like that. I think that is a teeny tiny little mushroom. Look at that. You can judge for yourself. That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's definitely a mushroom. But yeah, it's like slightly sweet, but it's more hot than anything. Like spicy. Like it's a good mix of sweet and savory. Like when it came to the corn one, it was just mainly sweet I was getting. You know, it was just mainly that sweetness you get from corn I was tasting, and I didn't super care for it. But this is a better this is what I wish corn had done, but I wouldn't go out of my way to get this one. It's 7 out of 10. And jajang, also known as a black bean. God, I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, the black bean one. The noodles are very black, brown, like dark brown, black. And this is one of those where it's just like you can't, if you want the full experience, you can't just eat the powder. You have to throw the hot sauce in there because that's where all of this color and the seasoning and flavor is, or so it seems. Because without it, it's just flake, and I couldn't tell what that was. It was just like I guess it was just like dried vegetable bits. I don't know. Okay, that's nice. Like, I'm not weird. I'm not getting a lot of heat on this one. It's a nice savory like flavor. I would look at this and not even think like, ooh, black bean. It tastes like beans, but like, you know, okay. I'll mess with it. It's good. It's not too spicy. Some of these try a little too hard to be spicy. This one, no. And I'm still adding the full packet on all these, so not too bad, not too bad. Ooh, nice and saucy. It tells you to add the same amount of water that the last one, so it's a good amount of sauce in there. Not too bad. I give this one like an 8 out of 10. I could recommend it. If I saw like 1 packet or something at the store, I'd pick it up, but I probably wouldn't get like a 5-pack. And then lastly, we got that Korean jajang black bean noodles. I will say, first off, like there are clear differences, not just in the packaging. The other one just had like the sauce and the flakes. This one had sauce, flakes with different like green stuff in it, and also like a whole flavor packet type deal seasoning. Kind of like black bean dust or something. That's what it looked like to me. So they clearly did something different with this, which is good to see. I'm glad to see I didn't buy the same thing twice. I don't know if this is supposed to be like just flat out a different flavor or just what they're doing with jajang going forward. I don't know. Let's try it. This one's got a little more heat, a little bit. I will say I do like this one a little more. Got a little more of that flavor. Like it, actually, hold on. Oh, dried pieces. It had little dried pieces of meat in the flakes. This one comes with like meat. Yeah, it's like little pieces of like dried meat that were in there that when you cook them in like the water, they moistened. I don't know how else to say that. But yeah, no, this one is better in my opinion. You know, definitely go with this one, the Korean jajang, over the regular in my opinion. Little bits of meats, a little savorier. It's a tad bit spicier. And I'm not gonna lie, I cooked it the same way that I did the original jajang. Instructions are in Korean. I can't read that, so I did my best, and the numbers seem to kind of match up with each other in the two packaging. So I made a good guess, and I think it turned out well. So I think I did the right move. But yeah, these are really good. I would get these again. These are definitely worth getting again. But would I spend like $14 of shipping and handling? No. But if I saw a packet at the store, absolutely. 10 out of 10. These were delicious. I guess if I were to summarize the differences between the two jajang noodles, the regular is a little sweeter, and the Korean one has more, you know, has a more savory flavor to it. There. I've hardly drank any water during this. I'm guessing my spice tolerance is going up. You know, cool. Not entirely. I've still been drinking water, but you know, progress. I think. We're getting close here. I think I'm almost done. All right, guys. Final Buldak ramen. All right. Had to end at some point, and this is the last one. Literally because this was all I could find. Like this last one here was the absolute last one that I can manage to get in my little grubby little mitts. All right, we got Thai coconut crab curry Buldak ramen. All right, this one's apparently rare. They've been saying that in like multiple videos on TikTok. Apparently you can only get this in like Asia or Thailand or something. I don't know. And and everything on it is also in a different, you know, language, including the instructions. So that's fun. Luckily, it's easy enough with the help of TikTok. I can just follow what other creators have done.
We have 2 packets. Where is the line? And then the microwave for 3 minutes.
Whoa.
Whoa. The noodle soaked up all the water. It's orange. It looks like Cheetos powder. Ta-da! Cheers.
What? I don't have a bit for you this time where I get rid of the cooking footage. I got lazy, okay? Just go. Okie doke, it's done, and I don't know if I was supposed to, but I left half the water because all the Buldak ramens I've liked the most have left a lot of water, so that's my preference. You don't have to do that. I don't even know if I'm supposed to do that. But yeah, it looks good. It smells good. This whole place stinks of coconut right now. That's not a bad thing. I love me some like Thai coconut anything. Get a bite. Okay. Coconut. Kind of that savory taste. Is it crab? Does it taste like crab? I don't know. Like artificial flat crab flavoring. It's not like they've done with a couple of the other ramens where they gave me some like dried crab bits and incorporated it in here. It was just like a packet of seasoning and the hot sauce, which is fine. It tastes good. I think, you know, being a nitpicky little guy, I would have preferred little dried pieces of crab like they did with the beef in that one, the Korean jajang one. But it's still a very good, solid ramen. And honestly, I think it was a good move to leave some of the broth in there. I wouldn't submerge it in broth, but a little bit's good. A little bit's good. Heck, I'd give this a 10 out of 10. This is pretty good. Like, yeah, regardless of my complaints about I wish there was crab in this, like, whatever, you know? If I really wanted to, I could have just gotten, like, imitation crab. It would have been fine, but I didn't. And yeah, I gave it a 10 out of 10. It's very good, but again, I'll stress, it's very hard to find. Like, I had to wait, like, a month and a half for this to show up at my place. It's crazy. I'm just glad it was good and it didn't suck, you know? And just like that, my Buldak ramen journey is at an end. That is every single Buldak ramen that I was able to find. Let's pour one out real quick for the ones that I couldn't get my hands on no matter how hard I tried. In the arms of an angel, come on over. In the arms of an angel, Can you imagine if that actually gets copyright struck? Jesus. 24 flavors of Buldak ramen. To be honest, I'm so glad that's over. Look, if you're a fan of spicy food, this will be great for you. If not,
maybe stay away from this one. Or at least don't add the entire hot sauce packet. I don't know, man. I just prefer to have my food with less. It's just a me thing, all right? I don't want to start nothing. Would I go back to any of these flavors? Yeah, a couple. Rosé and Quattro cheese are pretty good. I also like the Korean jajang one, but the Korean jajang was pretty hard to get, so I can live without it. Next time I eat the Buldak ramen, I'm probably just going to exclude the majority of the hot sauce packet, though. Yeah, I know. Kill yourself. I ate the full hot sauce packet 24 times. I ain't got nothing to prove to anybody. But yeah, I've already got some ideas for lines of foods I want to try for these next few videos. But you know, if you got any particular recommendations, let me know in the comments. You know, speak up. Till then, I've still got all of this to eat. Damn it, they're not even the ones I like.